Star Citizen Live Gamedev Alien Week Doodletime with your host, Jared Huckabee, and special guest, Frederick! Yay!
Hello!
Hi, everybody! It is Friday, June 17th, 2022. I'm your host, Disco Lando, Jared Huckabee, and joining us on the show this week is concept artist extraordinaire, and winner of the So Much Better Than Jeremiah Lee Award twice, Fred. How you doing, Fred?
Hello! Hi, everyone. How's it going?
It's good.
Yeah,
I joke about Jay Lee, but he knows what he did.
Where is he? Where is he?
Away from all of my toys, where he cannot break them anymore. Why am I in a black void? I forgot to change it. So we're going with it. It is the end of our week. It is the beginning of Alien Week. Alien Week, if you don't know, is the time of year, every year where we celebrate the ongoing development of our 4 primary alien races in the Star Citizen universe. The friendly traders, the Banu, the monastic turtles, the Xi'an, the cantankerous and warrior-driven Tavaran, and the mysterious and somewhat lizard-like, I suppose, a vanduul. On the show this week, because we've done this a bunch of years in a row, and we've had the narrative team talking and all this stuff like this, we thought, because we're in this huge period of transition, the offices, UK's office is in the middle of a move, and the Frankfurt office in the middle of a move, and everybody's trying to get 317.2 out your doors. My understanding is that it went to Evocati last night, so that's fantastic. We are going to just kind of hang out and goof off, and Fred, while being a wonderful environment concept artist, also is well known internally for being quite the cartoonist.
Yes.
The last time he was on, you might remember he did up our own Pierre-Luc from Turbulent. Do you have that image somewhere where it's easily accessible? I should have asked you ahead of time.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We're just going to say
close.
right up front, this is not going to be one of those hours where you learn
No.
anything.
No,
Sometimes it's a hangout, sometimes it's a goof off, sometimes it's just a chance to blow off some steam. That's what we're doing here tonight. Be sure you check out yesterday's episode of Inside Star Citizen for the first major look inside the interior of the Banu Merchantman, as well as some quite meme-tastic looks at the exterior. I probably shouldn't say this, but keep them coming because I'm enjoying them. So Fred.
Yes.
You ready to take over?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble for asking for more memes. Hold on, just let me exit out of Teams so I can't get any notifications. There we go. So yeah, Fred, I'm gonna turn it over to you. What are we doing?
Well, I'm gonna make some doodling for Alien Week, and I'm gonna make maybe I'm gonna start by goofing on this vanduul and this guy also, the Xi'an. How do you pronounce that? Xi'an?
Xi'an. Yeah, but the thing with pronunciations, and we go over this quite a lot. Pronunciation is regional. You know, it is in the world. People think there's only one way to pronounce things. There isn't one way to pronounce things in the real world. Why would there be only one way to pronounce things in the fake world?
I'm not a reference for pronunciation, so
no, neither am I.
Bear with me, guys.
Neither am
I. So I really like this guy because, like you said, I'm gonna cartoonize this, and I think I'm gonna start by just sketching this guy because I think it's funny, and later on I'm gonna jump on this guy because, I like the characteristic of those guys. It's like pretty gentle, like they have a good they are wisdom and some stuff like this. So I really like those guys and more. It's a turtle still and I think it's gonna be easier to cartoonize this, but yeah, let's start to sketch. And like for those guy here, I really like this shape of, and we're gonna make them like really funny, I think. And you guys let me know what you think about it. But let's go.
And of course, if you do have any questions for Fred here, remember that Fred is a concept artist. So if you have questions about server performance or
gameplay or
smuggling or whatnot, this is not the person.
I'm doing Doodle at the moment, guys. So we're just having fun.
Well, there's one from Koala. Hi, Koala. Why did you become a concept artist?
Well, it's a long story. I started my career in animation first, and I was hearing about like concept artists. They was doing a lot of cool stuff, and I went into the movie industry, and I become a matte painter. And with a matte painter background, I moved to the concept art, and here I am. And I was always interested in the concept art world, and slowly I become like concepting, and since that time, really enjoying.
And as an environmental concept artist, what can you tell us about server meshing?
Well, I know it's a server, and it's going to be mesh together, I guess. Yes, but no, my knowledge in the server network is pretty low at the moment. Working on it, guys. I'm working on it, but
right off the bat, New Shack is like Chibi Vanduul.
Yeah, the Vanduul. Yeah.
No, what I was saying when we were talking about doing this, Fred's not going to plug it, but Fred has an entire Instagram dedicated to monstroids. That's what it is, right? Monstroids.
Yes.
No, you don't plug it. You don't play. You're the respectable artist. I am the marketing shill. So allow me to shill for this very non-Star Citizen related thing. Fred runs an Instagram account for this thing called Monstroids. It's spelled like it sounds. You can check it out for yourself if you're curious. Where he does all these cool little doodles and whatnot as we were sitting here trying to figure out what to do for Alien Week. I mean, the reality is that the aliens are still in early for the exception of the vanduul anyway, and some minor push forwards on Xi'an and stuff and their ships and stuff. It's still very early days for a lot of the aliens. So I figured that we had covered like as many aspects of this stuff as is developed at this point. But I'm like, maybe we could get some like interesting artwork done, because that's one of the things we don't have a lot of. We don't have a lot of reference art for this stuff, so I figured we could add some at worst just something for fun for social media and whatever, but at best maybe some interesting like nose art or something for to put on a ship.
Yeah, and I'm not a concept artist doing character.
No, it's definitely worth mentioning that because I am an absolute professional at all this. I got an environment concept artist here to do character stuff. So,
but it's alright. I mean, it's gonna be it's gonna be in the style. It's like. Yeah. This guy, I'm not gonna rise this guy, but the other one, I'm gonna do it.
Never forget that at the, for all of our hopes and our dreams and our expectations that are pinned on whatever our most anticipated games are, including Star Citizen and stuff like this, that video games are at their core supposed to be fun. So every once in a while, I like to take a Friday and just. It's just okay to hang out, have fun, laugh for a little bit, poke fun at some of our foibles. recognize the fact that I went and got an environment artist to do a character sketch, which is really just dawning on me live during the show here.
Yes.
One of the things that often gets asked is how I determine what goes in a show each week and stuff, and why we do certain shows and why we do certain topics, and there's a lot of criteria. It's actually a fairly complex calculus that I've talked about in other interviews and stuff, and especially I talk about it pretty extensively, like during Bar Citizens and stuff, for the folks who are a captive audience and they can't get away from me. But one of the things in that calculus is a simple question, and that's, would anybody else do this? Would EA or Activision or Sony or whomever the other big game companies, would they ever spend an hour with the IT people on SCL, or would they ever spend an hour drawing chibi versions of their alien races with an environmental concept artist? and if the answer is no, I'm instantly interested. It doesn't mean the show's absolutely going to happen, but that's like a real big criteria for me. It's Star Citizen is about doing what the other folks out there don't do in a lot of ways. So that extends into our behind the scenes content.
That's great. I mean, we have some fun beside work, also doing a little cartoon like this, and we can use for you guys.
Flavio Salvador says, here for drops for everyone. There are no drops. What are you talking about? I think when there's something I don't pay as close attention as I used to be, because I'm on the video crew, but there is something online about Twitch drops or something for Star. There are not Twitch drops for Star Citizen. There's never been Twitch drops for Star Citizen. I don't know where that came up from. There might be in the future. I'm not going to say no to the future. I don't know what the future holds. But, like, it's not anything anybody's got to sweat right now.
Oh, I think this guy is
Look
gonna
how
make it.
adorable he is already.
I think this guy is gonna make it through. Yeah. You know, those are too aggressive.
Yeah.
They want to eat human. It's not good.
Yeah. Now, the thing you're going to have to look out for here, this is me. I'm going to art direct you right now.
Yeah, go.
Is you want to beware of the frog lady from Mandalorian.
Oh, it's true.
So you want to be careful that it's, I guess I can already see it. You're not there yet, but it's definitely drifting. If you're not careful, it will definitely drift.
Yeah,
that's my professional art director.
No, we need to stick to the turtle.
Yeah, and make sure we get that turtle stuff in there.
Yes. Let's move it. I'm gonna move that here. Oh.
Hold on. Starflame is trying really hard to backward some information. How is the transition from adding more teams and people in Manchester going? From a concept artist perspective, I appreciate the attempt, Starflame. Unfortunately, Fred is a concept artist out of our Turbulent studio. So. But I appreciate you trying to do the 80s sitcom backdoor question.
Yeah. Living the other side of the Atlantic, guys.
Disco is the current 30 degrees Celsius weather in the UK, reminding you of home. Man, don't even get me started, Ewan. I was promised no more sun. I was hold on, we're gonna go on a little mini right here. I was promised when I moved to this country that there'd be no more sun, there'd be no more heat, that I would be living in cool climates and lots of rain. I have been here 57 days today, and it has rained 6. It has rained 6 out of 57 days, and outside it is bright, it is shiny, and it is hot. And I would like to speak to England's manager, because I am not happy.
Damn. But it's cool sounds, no? It's like drying outside and no? Come on.
Yeah, the hook there on the nose definitely says more turtle. That's a good.
Yes. Okay. Good. We're in a good track.
30 degrees Celsius isn't that hot for a country that doesn't believe in air conditioning. Also, I'm just taking their word. It's 30 degrees Celsius. I don't understand Celsius.
Oh, it's Fahrenheit for you guys.
So I have no idea what temperature it actually is. I chose to trust somebody in Twitch chat. My mistake. Astropub says, what is the average amount of iterations do you find yourself going through with any concept work?
It's really depend by the matter of the subject, but usually we going into kind of a 3-4 phase of process, and I mean, we have one phase where we establishing sketches, blocking, and stuff like this. Second pass is going to be refinement and finding a better, following the notes from the Haiti and stuff like this. And after we have a third pass where we're gonna refine, and final pass is gonna be key art. So can say like we have a fourth step where we following those closely and having final image at the end. So 4 steps.
Yeah. Something that's, I think, if folks have watched, we've done many shows between SCL and ISE and ATV and RTV and stuff with concept artists. If you've followed us through all of them, I think there's a story that there's a continuing story that can be told through all of them, and that's that the concept process is not so easily predictable, and sometimes you strike on that thing so quickly. It's just the clouds part and the sun comes through, and there's a little bit of serendipity, and you're right in sync with the person in charge, and you just hit on those things so easily, and you're like, wow, what an easy birth of an idea. And then other times you go through revision after revision after revision. Days become weeks, sometimes become months. It's I like to joke and at the expense of my friend Jeremiah Lee, but Jeremiah Lee, one of the stories that you don't get to hear very often about Jeremiah is that Jeremiah came in clutch for the Anvil Arrow. The Anvil Arrow went through artist after artist after artist, like ship team artists, trying to get that concept right. Like we just could not get the thing that we were looking for. There were fine looking ships or whatever, but we were looking for something very specific. And in a kind of let's take a step back, take a deep breath, and try something different. They handed the ship concept off to our character artist in Jeremiah, and Jeremiah nailed that sucker. Just boom. It was like a 1, 2, 3. I don't remember how many days it took, but it sometimes we just needed that completely different outside influence in order to get the thing you want. So the Arrow was actually a very, very difficult concept development that took an outside process in order to figure it out. And yeah, so
that makes sense. Yeah.
So
because
hold on, I'm getting a high from complimenting Jay Lee. It's like just itching.
But it's like sometimes also creativity is something happening. It's like one day you're in the mood, you're not feeling that inspiration's coming along, so some day can be harder than the other. But like you said it like really well. Sometimes it's like playing golf. You have like one shot, boom, it's done. But sometimes the wind is against you, and It's not like easy peasy. So
Cerebrus Awoos asks the question: are there any plans for settlements made up of crashed ships, like say a crashed Kraken turned into its own base, or how it's meant to be a mobile one? Well, that for the Kraken specific, you got to wait until the Kraken's been built before anybody will even consider something like that. But I will tell you that if you tune into next week's ISC, you will see a crashed derelict ship-made settlement for the first time. You may remember those magnificent concept arts that we showed back in January, and everybody was like, "Oh, those look cool, but it's going to take like 2, 3, 4 years to bring." Well, they're on their way already for 3.17.2, and we're going to show one of them, just one, but there's more on ISC next week.
Really stoked to see that. I think we're gonna have like, oh yes, I'm gonna make this guy playing with a mule. That's gonna be awesome.
Oh my god, this is so wholesome. I can't stand it.
And eating like a bug. Yeah. To the drip here, bam.
Tridillion says, for the first time, didn't we see a javelin settlement somewhere? You saw a prototype task, a learning task that that a bunch of folks did internally for learning, but that hasn't made it into the game and may not make it into the game because, like I said, it wasn't developed with all of the various requirements and considerations necessary for putting something in the game. What you're going to see next week is the very first crashed reclaimer settlement. It's actually going into the game with Alpha 3.17.2.
Yes. Now let's flip this guy to see if it's yeah, okay, it's sticking. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, confirming the reclaimer wasn't like a big secret if you just follow the roadmap. It's stuff you can kind of suss it out. So. Oh yeah, this guy's adorable. I want you to take this guy to final.
I definitely like the Xi'an. It's a bit Kermit, but yeah. All right. Taking shape. I'm gonna clean that a bit.
Well, yeah, but there's also an MSR crash on the roadmap as well. Yes, but that's why you look at the progress tracker and you can see which one's further ahead and stuff. It's a lot of information there. My boy Jake, the roadmap guy, does a lot of work to keep that updated. Bluesmank says pre-recorded, it seems. Yes. And thank you for playing your part in coming in and timing your comment in Twitch chat exactly when we plan to reference it. DJ Spirit, thank you for coming to chat. This is a reminder that we are speaking with an environmental concept artist who's drawing a character right now. So questions should be directed towards in the manner that would be appropriate for a artist to answer. Natalie Magnolia says, "Is this pre-recorded?" Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot to put the little Chiron up. Let me put that up there. There you go. Now it says pre-recorded in the corner. Just this part right here. This part right here, and only for like the next 10 seconds is pre-recorded. The rest of it was live. All right, we're back to live. What kind of tablet are you using?
Sorry.
What kind of tablet? Is it a Cintiq?
Oh no, I have my good
Wrong one.
hold.
That one.
Yeah.
Oh.
This one, the good hold into us. My Cintiq is the other side, but sometime it's plugged on another computer. But I'm fine with this guy. It's I mean, working every day.
I tried to switch to you and I hit the wrong button twice. I was like, ah.
It's a standard tablet.
It's all right. I've only got 4 buttons. I had a 25% chance of hitting the right one, and I messed it up twice.
But usually, I mean, that would be better if you use kind of a drawing tablet with the screen in. That's for sure. It's easing the process.
Well, personally, when I draw, I like to blackmail one of the other artists on Jeremiah's team to do it for me, so that I can pull one over on Jeremiah.
So that's classic, and it's cool.
That's a pro tip from me.
Yeah.
Bionic says, yeah, Jared, you guys go. The deal was it was never to fool you guys. I didn't think for a second it would fool you guys. The idea was to fool Jeremiah. The April Fool's joke was on Jeremiah. I was trying to make Jeremiah like question like everything he thought he knew. And to that regard, we succeeded. I never thought for a second I'd fool anybody who was watching. But Jeremiah, when you're in the thick of it, when you're live and stuff like that, and you think you're on the inside, like Jeremiah thought he was on the inside, like you don't expect the deception. So it's all about fooling Jeremiah.
This is the Legion.
What toys did Jeremiah destroy? Yeah, it's all there in the video, Uncle. But he ground the heck out of my Wedge Antilles helmet. Completely destroyed the interior of it. You can just see the particulate matter as he grinds it, just falling onto the table. I didn't see that live. I didn't see that until the replay. We might have had a very different show if I had seen that live.
When is he coming back?
Jared never forgets, no. No, one of my unofficial responsibilities internally at CIG is I'm often referred to as the holder of tribal knowledge. All the stuff that's not written down anywhere. This happened in 2014. This happened in 2016. This person said this in 2015. Stuff like that. So it's like I will often get emails or Teams messages or whatever, like, can you just tell me everything that we've ever said about this? You know, if somebody's trying to like pick it up again for new development or whatever. Toast does that too. Together, Toast and I are the holders of tribal knowledge for CIG. And you can pretty much bet if I don't remember it, Toast will, and then vice versa. I love this brush. What is this brush that you're using?
It's mapping pen.
Mapping pen.
Yeah, I love this. It's so clean.
No, it's so.
Look at that.
It's so
how smooth it is. Oh.
Obviously, it's pressure sensitive. That's
it is.
That's so good.
That
was bad.
That was not pressure sensitive
Ruined.
At all.
Ruined. Can I get some ruined in chat?
Shit. Dun, 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 dun. It's a turtle. It's a turtle.
We should have done the Bob Ross and made you incorporate it. Just totally throwing you off for the rest of the show.
All right. A little too weird.
Wait, did you just give him a small croissant? What is he holding in his hand?
It's a.
It's a croissant.
No. It could be, but it's more about like a larva or something like that, an insect.
Oh, okay.
It could be like, yeah, it could be croissant.
The
of
dangerous
course.
croissant slugs of Lear 3.
The forbidden croissant, you know? It's like.
Dave! Dave Attic! We have to add croissant slugs to Lear 3! It's not listening to me.
But yeah, I will determine if it's a croissant or not, Jared.
When it comes time to color, that's where
Yeah.
that's what we'll decide.
Oh. They coming. I hear them.
Oh. Yeah. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me.
Oh.
Run for it, Marty!
Right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just zooming out, zooming in.
No. The whole purpose of these is to showcase process. If that's part of your process,
Yeah.
do it. Why do you do that? Why do you do it?
Just to look like to see the big picture, see close details.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's like taking your drawing when you know.
Perspective.
Back in the days I was working on drawing table and I was just like moving back from my drawing table. I was like, oh, this looks like nothing, and I was coming back. I'm gonna reduce that. Start to be disturbing a bit. Okay. Yeah, that's.
We are at the halfway mark, so I will remind folks who have joined the chat late. We are hanging out with environmental concept artist Fred from our Turbulent studio, who is here doing just a cute little adorable drawing of a Xi'an for Alien Week. If you do have questions for Fred, feel free to drop them into the chat, but try to make them appropriate for a environmental concept artist, and not when is this ship coming out or that's pretty much it. Just not any questions about when a ship is coming out, that kind of stuff. Wait, is this not Jeremiah Lee? No, this is Frederick Dupere. Am I saying that right? Did I say that right?
No, but it's all right. It's weird because now it's typed like without accent on the e. In fact, it's Dupere, but it's so complicated.
Fred!
I know, but it's complicated.
We're gonna call you Fred.
Fred, it's totally fine, my friend. I don't expect anybody to say it like correctly. We had this discussion about the pronunciation. Like it's
I know.
regional.
I'm just so bad.
You're not bad, Jared. You're not bad.
Is Jared in the void? No, I just forgot to turn the filter up. Tell you an honest story. The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge, came out yesterday, and I really, really, really wanted to play it, but I couldn't find my gamepad, so this is the only room in my entire apartment that's even remotely filled with anything, so it has to be in this room. So I tore the room apart looking for my gamepad, and I found it, but I did not have time to clean my room, put it back in any semblance. So today we are in the void. because Disco doesn't want to clean his room.
Yeah, adult life, man, it's hard. Cleaning room, paying bills, sake. So, yeah, I know. It's so complicated. Prefer just drawing, you know? So easy.
Yeah, little toy mule there.
Yes.
Crystalline, Brienne says, "What's your favorite environment concept that you have done that was not yet implemented in the verse or was scrapped entirely?"
Well, I think the direct crash site, it's probably one of the best mandate I had to do. It's yeah, I will say that it's the best
Coming.
one.
It's almost here.
Yeah, it's almost there. Yeah, and yeah, the guy's doing a fantastic job at the moment. So I'm really stoked to play that.
Have you working on any Tavaran or Alien Ruins yet? Not really, just because most of the work is in the Stanton, and then next is the Pyro system. So
Yep.
they're still very like centrally located, kind of systems. So you can expect that stuff as we begin to branch out into the more other systems. What do you mean you can't hear me? Is it muting? You can hear me.
I hear you.
I hear you.
You hear me?
You have to use the volume knob. Let's see. Is that a toy Drake mule? Yes.
Yes.
Grey Poupon to go with the croissant. Do people put mustard on croissants?
What?
What?
Where?
SC Kraken just asked this very first question for the first time ever in the Star Citizen Twitch chat, and I didn't know that before I picked on them. I feel bad now, but I'm over it. Do people put mustard on croissants? Is that a thing?
Like Dijon?
Like I don't want Grey Poupon is a Dijon mustard, so I don't want to discourage you. You spoke up in Twitch chat for the very first time, and I didn't realize that before I made the comment.
But is he like eat that with ham or something like that, or just straight mustard on croissant?
Mustard is great on everything. No, I'm gonna ban JGrind 20.
I like mustard. True. I like it, but I don't know. Croissant?
Just gonna ban JGrind, and then we're just gonna melt one of his ships at random.
But maybe I'm gonna have to give a try to see if it's good. Maybe it's a secret taste we never experience. You know, it's like sometimes price.
I remember when the mustard wars of 2022 began. It was an errant comment on our random Twitch channel. 6 months later, every mustard seed the world over had been destroyed.
Actually, there's a real mustard war. That's crazy when you think about it. It's crazy.
You have about 20 minutes, by the way.
No.
There's no rush. I'm just letting you know how much time you have.
Yeah, but yeah, it should go fast for color. You know, it's like, you know, it's like I'm doing that like every day. You know, it's like it's my job. It's just doing like character. You know.
Yeah. Do the
So
Banu
now,
have mustard? I feel like the Banu would have mustard. I feel like the Banu, galactic traders as they are, I think they would absolutely.
eat mustard?
I don't know if they eat mustard, but I feel like they would have mustard for like trade.
Hmm.
I don't think it would be outside the realm of possibility to find a Dijon mustard on in one of the shops of a
At
Banu
least it
merchantman.
need to be Dijon, yeah. Like baseball mustard, it's straight on hot dog, It's like
So Captain Cole says mustard confirmed for Star Citizen. Do we not have a mustard with all the whammers and stuff?
yeah, I think so. We
Is
have
there
one.
not a mustard? I feel like there's a mustard.
Yes,
Already?
yes. I already saw this asset somewhere. Yeah.
I will admit that I do not track the condiments available in the persistent universe as closely as others might assume. Sorry, English mustard needs to be confirmed for Star Citizen. Well, we already have that war crime that is English breakfast, so why not? I said it. Put an English breakfast in front of me. I'm gonna take the elevator up 20 stories to the 19th floor and throw it out the window.
No, come on. English breakfast is pretty much like Canadian breakfast,
I thought Canadian breakfast was Tim Hortons.
Oh no. No, the typical brunch like on Sunday, it's pretty close to English breakfast. Yes.
I am not logged into the Star Citizen account right now, or I'd be banning people for their English breakfast comments.
Here's come trouble.
Wait, hold on. I'm getting, despite I thought I closed team. I'm getting notifications. Okay, that person is being reported to HR.
Yeah, that was risky. Playing with fire, my friends.
I'm gonna go into the office one day and there's gonna be like a full English waiting for me. And then I will go up to the 4th floor, which we call the 3rd floor, and throw it off the window. Throw it out the window. That's an interesting teal color.
Yeah, but I'm gonna change it. Oh.
The YouTube comments for this video are gonna be a mess.
Yeah, I know. Maybe more green. Yes.
I always read the comments. Don Sealer.
Rating it too. I was like, last time I knew my mic had some issue, I think, and I was like, oh, I need to put that mic a little bit further,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. So thanks guys to letting me know.
I know, Rough Galaxy, I've done it a couple of times. It's like, I keep trying to scroll up to see the reference picture. I've done it a couple of times too. It doesn't work. You just bring the reference, but no, can you just bring it down a little bit closer?
Yeah.
No, don't do that. That's too much. No. Ah. Okay, there you go. That way I'll stop trying to scroll the screen share. Jared, do you like doing this content, SE Live and ISC? I think it's really fantastic and awesome to keep us in the loop with SE stuff. Yeah, I've been here for I'm on my 8th year of doing this stuff. You know, I don't believe in, you know, there's a point in your life where you have to do jobs you don't necessarily want to do in order to survive and to put food on your table and stuff like that. But at my age, I'm at a point in my existence where I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. So I don't enjoy. I very much enjoy working for CIG. I just picked up my entire life and relocated it halfway across the world 57 days ago. So I would only do that because of how much I enjoy working here. With the
dedication.
This is the only company in the world that lets me do what I do. Like you don't see this stuff. You don't see the stuff at Activision or EA or Sony. Everything else there is pristine and proper and sanitized within an inch of its life. You know, done up by committee. Passed through 4 layers of public relations and legal and stuff. Here I'm allowed to keep it raw, keep it real. And sometimes I just have to explain myself afterwards. Like the 2 times today I had to explain the Ghostbusters 2 reference in yesterday's show to people who are like, what was that voice you did talking about? I am drippings with you. Like I had to explain that today. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Do you
not remember the greatest Ghostbusters movie ever made, Ghostbusters 2? And they were like, no.
Ooh.
I do not. The Upper West Side?
Do you think you're gonna have to explain about the English breakfast?
No, I think everybody already knows it's a war crime. They're just not willing to admit it. It's a truth that those over here are denying themselves. I didn't say Ghostbusters 2 was the greatest movie ever made. I said it was the best Ghostbuster movie. This is why this is why I sigh and cry whenever I watch some of these recap videos that are out there. I just like, that is not what I said. That is not what anybody said. A pretty big leap from the best of 4 Ghostbusters movies to the best movie ever made. A pretty big leap. Are English muffins better in England? I actually haven't had an English muffin since I've been over here. Are they called English muffins, or are they just called muffins over here?
Muffins?
I haven't had one yet.
Did you add some crumpets?
Banu Cube gives 200% DPS when put in the Banu Merchantman. Disco Lando. I'm willing to confirm that. Now, actually, we were at the Bar Citizen on Saturday, and I walked up, and somebody handed me a box with these cards and said, "Give these out to people," and I'm like, "What are they?" Like I didn't even know what it was. And they're like, "It's a Banu Cube. You get it in the game in the next patch." I'm like, "Okay." And so I had to go around and like hand these cards out, but I didn't like. I still don't know what it does. Like right now, I have no idea what the Banu Cube does. I don't know if it lights up. I don't know if it makes noise. I don't know if you can just throw it at people or use it as an improvised melee weapon. I have no idea. But I gave out a whole bunch of them. I was like, the person handed me this box, and I was like, "Do you know who I am?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't care. Hand these out." I went, "Okay." Do you speak British yet? The only British I speak is really bad Monty Python stereotypes. It's unfortunately I've been poisoned by Monty Python my entire life, so I'm not gonna I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do a authentic, real English accent, because my default is just to slip into, "Listen, strange women lying in ponds, distributing swords is no basis for a system of government. You can't expect to wield supreme executive power just because some moistened bink threw a sword at you." Like,
That's impressive, man.
"Oh, there he goes. Worrying about class again." "There's trouble at the mill." And they'd say, "Die again, Mortimer, die again." But of course I never did. Like I can only do the exaggerated, you know. "Listen, Sherry, we used to get up at night half an hour before we went to bed and lick the road clean with our tongues. And then when we'd come home, our father would slice us in two with a bread knife. You try to tell the young people of that today, they won't believe you." Yeah.
Wow. Man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
All I know how to do are the exaggerated caricatures. I would never attempt to do like a real, honest accent. So you get a voice actor role in Squadron 42? No. Although if I'm here, I will admit to this. If I'm still here, whenever it comes time to do the PCAP for Squadron 2, I will probably not be able to resist the urge to try to insert myself. Like all I'd want to do, yeah. If you folks have seen, like, remember Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where they made a movie of his life, and then Pee-wee is in the movie in like for like 2 seconds, where he plays like a bellhop. It's like, "Paging Mr. Herman." Like, that's all I'd want to do. I just want to step forward on the bridge of something and be like, "Paging Admiral Bishop," and then done. That's it. That's all I'd want. My acting days are behind me. That stuff's a lot of work.
Sad, man, because you're full of talent, dude.
Full of something. You have 5 minutes remaining.
Oh my god.
Dun, 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 dun. No.
Damn.
Definitely not full of English breakfast.
No, it's drawing cartoon is not done in 1 hour.
No, well, that's always the trick when we do these shows. Like, absolutely nothing that we attempt to demonstrate can ever actually be done in an hour. Every time I manage to convince somebody to do one of these, I'm like, no, it'll be fine, and then afterwards, they're just like, dude, I was trying to do this in an hour. It's so hard.
I still have 5 minutes.
I'm like, I know, I'm a jerk.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
On next week's show, we're actually gonna hang out with some members of the cinematics team, and they are going to attempt to build a minor cinematic in an hour. It'll be a disaster. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because what's the first question? Would EA or Activision or Sony or anybody else ever do that? Heck no. So I'm instantly interested. So we're gonna try it.
That's a good challenge.
We'll see what they can create in an hour. Yeah, rendering the cinematic is an hour. Yeah. We won't sit here for the rendering part. It'll be the working and track view. So we'll only ever see like previews, previs and stuff like that. But I did convince them to, however far we get at the end, to render out the final product, and we'll see if we can't hand it off to social media and see what they did. But we'll see how that works. Any ideas what ISC is going to be? I already shared. I shared earlier in the show, Blue Mix. I should get this tattooed.
Oh man, I need to do the mule. Oh, forget about this guy, man.
All right. I will give you 5 minutes of overtime because I do have to get you back to work. That's my promise to Pierre Luc.
Yeah. No.
I will give you. So you have 9 minutes now at this point. No rush. But I can't make Pierre Luc angry at me.
No.
By keeping you too long. Jared, do you get frustrated or sigh when people share what you say on SC Live and social media? Like, not when they share it and it's correct. I mean, if I said it, I said it. The only time I ever get frustrated or sigh is when it's incorrect.
All right.
Yes. Go to Reddit and make the #1 Reddit thread today on Star Citizen Reddit. Disco loves English breakfast. So tattoo when? That conversation's come up, Death Frond. Some of you might be aware that Star Citizen is pairing with EVE Online and our friends over at CCP to do a charity live stream on July 22nd, where the Star Citizen team is going to build an EVE ship in Lego, and the EVE team is going to attempt to build a Star Citizen ship in Lego. And there'll be a lot of various like challenges and things going on as we attempt to raise money. I believe it's for Extra Life, but check the website. I don't quite remember. But there's been some discussion on what those challenges might be, and I do not have any tattoos right now, but I have been psyching myself up for the possibility that for a good cause, maybe. There's no way in hell the beard's coming back. Like it's kind of it's at its max right about now. So
it's beautiful beer.
No.
It takes time, man, to reach that level, you know?
For some people.
Yeah.
So this isn't a 2.6 to 3.0 beer? No. because Chris Roberts isn't here on the show telling me it'll be July. Oh, okay. This is the real reason we don't do one questions. So that I can never get tricked into growing a 3.0 beard ever again.
Yes, I think. Yeah. That's
You haven't colored the croissant or slug. We need to know if it's is it this is the true time. Is it a croissant or is it a slug?
Let's make it croissant. Yeah, it's gonna be a croissant. That's it.
Dave, Xi'an eat croissants. Write it down. He's still not listening.
That's it. It's a croissant with beurre.
Oh God! Put a little bit of mustard on it.
Oh,
this is how the Xi'an eat them.
Yeah. Let's put some mustard.
Terrible. Don't put no. Ruined.
I know. Oh my God.
All right. That it?
That's it, man.
All right, zoom out. Give me a nice little shot. You can save that and then drop the. Give me one with the background and then one with the transparent if you can, and then drop it to me in Teams and I'll give it to the social media folks and
yeah, sure.
And see if they do anything with it. All right. So that's it, everybody. And he finished on time. He finished on time. Didn't even need the extra time. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us at this here Alien Week. Be sure you check out all the other festivities going on for Alien Week. I understand that there's a drink contest, and I think there is a social media contest to get those Banu cubes. If you weren't able to attend one of the Bar Citizens this last weekend, there are little signs or symbols in various communications and stuff. There's none in this show. You don't have to scour this show for one, but I do more than one show. So check that out. If you can figure out the code and you submit the code, I think it's like the first 200 people get awarded a thing or something. Again, I'm only partially informed. It's I don't pay attention in meetings. And then join us next week. Next week's SCL, we're back with members of the marketing cinematics team. These are the teams that make those fantastic trailers that you've seen most recently. That really cool RSI Scorpius trailer. We are going to have them actually see if they can't create something live from scratch within an hour. And it'll be an interesting challenge that I'm sure they'll hate me for afterwards. And then on ISC next week, you'll see the first real in-depth look at one of the crashed reclaimer derelict settlements that are coming online in Alpha 3.17.2. These were the things we first showed you in concept. Some of them were Fred's concepts here in January, and a lot of the comments were like, "Oh, great, looks good, but we won't see it for like 3 years." And yeah. But it's turbulent, baby. It's a whole new day over there at Turbulent. They're cranking these things out. So the first one is entering the Persistent Universe and the upcoming 3.17.2 patch, as well as others that we're not going to show you because we want to let you discover them on your own. And we'll take our first look at what the Ninetales are doing in Origin. That studious testers of the PTU might already be aware of. So big episode next week. Check that out. For Star Citizen Live Gamedev Alien Week Doodletime. You're so bad at naming things. I can only blame myself. That was Fred. I'm Jared. This is what do we call this guy? This is Steve. Hi, Steve. And we'll see y'all next week, everybody. Take care. Steve. We have a Xi'an named Steve now, Dave. Write it down.